Hi, my name is Jason,
And I'm Mason.
and we are the co-founders of KaratAI. Have you ever worried about the way your hair looks or feels? Have you ever bought a product that promised amazing results only to be disappointed? Well, you're not alone. Most people rely on trial and error to find the products that work for their hair, wasting time and money and damaging their self-confidence in the process. Well, what if I told you there was a scientifically accurate way to match you with the perfect hair care products for your unique head of hair? That's where Kerat comes in. Our technology analyzes your hair fibers using microscopy and image analysis tools to measure its thickness, curl pattern, and other key features to give you precise, data-driven insights into your hair's unique biology. We then utilize this information to provide you with a personalized recommendation of products that you can use that will be best tailored for your unique head of hair. Whether you're looking for products that will help deal with your frizziness and dryness, or if you're just trying to find the right shampoo and conditioner for your budget, we take the guesswork out of hair care. No more frustration, no more wasted products, just healthier, better looking hair backed by science.
At KaratAI, our mission is to change the way hair-conscious consumers find their hair care products by providing them with data-driven insights about their unique fiber biology. Our service makes use of a proprietary technology combining computer vision and AI to identify your hair's unique profile. Our objective approach ensures your hair gets the care it needs by recommending you products that are the best fit for your hair, supporting its health and longevity, and boosting your confidence. Our passion for people drives us to explore the vast diversity of hair types, promoting healthier hair for all.
From our survey of over 50 people, we found that 90% use a hair care product at least on a weekly basis. Not only that, but 2 in 3 are currently in search for new products to either add to or replace their current regimen, and over half change their routine more than twice per year. This low level of product loyalty and consistency indicates a high level of product dissatisfaction. One of the biggest factors contributing, sorry, this is a little sensitive. One of the biggest factors contributing to this is the fact that products are still chosen through straight up trial and error. Think of the bottle of shampoo that's sitting in your shower right now. You probably went to the store, went to the hair care aisle, and looked through this litany of different products, all in different bottles with different shapes, colors, and sizes. You then probably picked one because it smelled nice, had a fun looking ad, or it was just on sale. You then go home, you try it, and let's say for this instance that it didn't work as you anticipated. And now you have this 2 to 3 month supply of hair care product that you just don't want to use, but you're kind of forced to. Eventually, you finally end up getting to the bottom of that bottle and you have to go back to the store and buy a new one. But all you know this time is to not buy that same product. It doesn't help you understand what about the product to make it not work, and it doesn't help inform your decision about the next product you're going to buy. Alternatively, let's say you absolutely love the product and you want to use this for the rest of your life. And now the product gets discontinued, or your hair changes as you age, or you move to a new place with a different climate and a different environment, and the product doesn't work the same way as you expected it to. Once again, you found yourself back at that hair care aisle searching for a product, and you really don't know how to find it. And this dilemma is exactly what our team at KaratAI aims to solve. So who are we? My name is Jason, and I'm the CEO and co-founder of KaratAI. I'm a PhD candidate in the lab of Dr. Ryan Driscoll here at Washington State University. And our lab studies the cellular and molecular biology that governs skin and hair development. From my work in the lab, we've identified a gap in the field that has been plaguing academic researchers for a long, long time. And that's this inability to accurately digitize and quantify hair fibers. Through a series of technological innovations, we have developed a streamlined method for being able to do this in academic research to accelerate these projects. And we're now looking to transform our innovation into innovative and impactful solutions for cosmetic science and beyond.
And hi, my name's Mason, and I'm the co-founder and CMO at KaratAI. I'm an undergraduate student here at WSU studying genetics and cell biology. I contributed to the development of our core technology and have ever since been applying my expertise to create concise consumer messaging, develop strategies to enter the market, and perform consumer outreach. Additionally, our CSO at KaratAI is Dr. Ryan Driscoll. Dr. Driscoll continues to shape the future of hair research, pushing the boundaries of scientific understanding and laying the foundation for transformative solutions in the health and beauty industry. We also recruited an experienced advisory board with experts in both the hair care industry and consumer product marketing to complement our team's technical expertise. We further plan on recruiting experts from fields such as data science, finance, and operational planning to complete our well-rounded advisory board.
So, unsurprisingly, we are not the first people to think of tailoring cosmetics towards an individual's wants and needs. The majority of players in the current personalized cosmetics market rely on self-reported surveys from users to adjust their product formulation. What this involves is users going to their website and filling out a couple questions. For example, it might ask how thick or thin your hair is, how porous is it, or how curly or wavy is it. And obviously, these are objective measurements. There is no way for a user to clearly measure these properties of their hair, so they aren't able to accurately report this. And there also are a number of studies that show that people have misconceptions or inherent biases about their hair properties, meaning that they might fill this out inaccurately and end up with the wrong product, meaning that they wasted time and money. In fact, if you also watch some of our competitors' advertising, you may notice that they understand this problem. One of the things a lot of their users initially cite is the fact that they didn't know that they had wavy hair. But now that they found a product for it, they absolutely love it. Well, the main problem there was not the fact that you couldn't find a product for your wavy hair. It's the fact that you didn't know that you had wavy hair. And a survey is not going to help you figure that out. Currently, the only real way to do this is to seek out the help of a professional through a consultation that allows you to discover your true hair type.
And some companies are offering exactly that, a personalized analysis by a hair expert known as a trichologist. As with most specialty services that rely on experts, these models tend to be extremely expensive, with analyses costing between $100 and $300, making it out of reach for the average consumer. On top of this, these models rely on telehealth appointments with experts, which the modern consumer, increasingly time-constrained, simply doesn't have time for. On top of this, the scalability of this model is also concerning, as it's constrained by the amount of trichologists available for hire. Finally, these experts gather little to no quantitative data from their analyses, leading to greater variability in their service and making their recommendations more subjective instead of objective.
So what exactly is our innovation, and how are we aiming to solve this? We have developed an automated pipeline for imaging and quantifying hair fibers and utilizing these measurements to recommend products in a cost-effective and scalable manner. As a result of our streamlined method of analysis, we are also able to scale our platform without loss of quality or increased cost. This dramatically brings down the price of analysis to under $10 per sample, meaning that we can outcompete other market players and bring our service to the masses. Our platform also doesn't just measure, it learns. Every analysis feeds into our comprehensive human hair database, enabling never-before-seen insights into hair biology across diverse populations. This unprecedented resource not only increases the accuracy of our product recommendations, but also unlocks a new era of evidence-based cosmetic formulations and efficacy monitoring. From empowering individuals with insights into their unique hair biology to accelerating cosmetic development, our technology is truly redefining the next generation of innovation in the hair care industry.
So what actually is our product? Our product is designed to be as simple and easy to use for our customers as possible. Simply clip it, send it, and we take care of the rest. We take care of the imaging and analysis of your hair, and before you know it, we return a comprehensive, personalized report about your unique head of hair and how to best take care of it. On top of this, you'll have access to a gallery of images of both your hair fibers and our quantifications to explore your hair more in depth than ever before. Our transparent approach aims to build customer trust in our technology and foster curiosity in what makes your hair truly your own. We plan to offer our services as a one-time test kit priced at $25 or a subscription where users can be tested 2 to 4 times per year. This allows our subscribers to track how their hair changes over time, monitoring its health, and constantly adapting their hair care routine to changes in their health or environment or lifestyle.
So what is our strategy to grow our business? We aim to leverage the over 250,000 hairstylists, hairdressers, and barbers that are scattered throughout the US. These are the true experts in their field as they work with hair every single day. They are the ones that see clients from all walks of life and from a variety of different backgrounds, and they use their training and expertise to help their clients with the problems that they're struggling with. Not only that, but they're the ones that have built up consistent rapport and communication with their clients, meaning that they get access to information about what products they like or they don't like and what products work and don't work. Through collaborating with these professionals, we will provide them with accurate quantitative data to enable them to tailor their services to their clients like never before, improving customer satisfaction, retention, and referrals. In addition to this, we'll be able to refine our own product through improving the customer and user experience, optimizing sample collection and analysis, and gathering insights from these professionals to build a more robust and better platform.
With this strategy, we aim to propel ourselves into this large and rapidly growing industry. The total addressable market for the personalized haircare industry is currently valued at $3.5 billion and is projected to grow at 21.1% annually. On top of this, the impressive growth in sales of products priced above $30 indicates a growing market for both personalized haircare products and luxury products. This indicates the growing value that consumers are placing on their hair's health and its appearance. We at KaratAI offer the one and only scientifically accurate and scalable way to meet this growth in demand. So where are we going? Our current 5-year projections highlight the phases and milestones we aim to achieve in our go-to-market strategy. Last year, we developed our core technology for automated hair fiber analysis and demonstrated its ability to expedite academic research. This year, we have already translated our technology for human hair fiber analysis, and we plan to incorporate our company. Next year, we will have finalized our preliminary database through collaborations with local high-end hair salons and barbershops, and we will later grow to incorporate our services with national salon chains such as Drybar and Fantastic Sam's. In 2028, we plan to utilize the insights we have gained through our previous milestones to open up our platform for direct-to-consumer sales, supporting at-home testing and product delivery subscriptions. Lastly, in 2029, we plan to utilize the insights we have gained through our growing human hair fiber database to identify gaps in the market and develop a personalized product line to fill the niches that are not currently satisfying the customers.
So one thing we haven't touched on yet in our presentation is a milestone that we've envisioned from the very inception of KaratAI, and that's to launch Kerat Health. Due to the adaptability of our technology, we are not limited to just use cases in academic research or consumer products, and can even branch out to applications such as in health technology. So when you think of getting older, one of the things you may immediately think of is your hair graying. Now, this change in hair growth and appearance coincides with shifts in overall health. In fact, there are a number of other chronic and metabolic diseases that inflict changes in hair fiber structure and composition. We aim to reinvest a significant proportion of our profits from KaratAI directly into research efforts to decode these changes and further the use of hair as a diagnostic tissue. Hair also has a number of unique advantages as a diagnostic tissue, such as the fact that it's non-invasive and easy to collect, so that it can support at-home testing without the need for a patient to go into a doctor's office. Additionally, as it grows in length, it continues to store health information, enabling the tracking of biomarkers over time and for us to project trends in an individual's health. Not only that, but it is not only subject to understanding what's going on internally, such as changes in diet and nutrition, but it's also exposed to the environment, meaning that we can measure exposure to environmental toxins. We truly believe that this method has the ability to dramatically increase the access to and quality of care, as well as decrease time to disease detection, improving overall health outcomes. And one of the things that we'd like to keep in mind is that your furry friends are not left out. Because our platform is agnostic to species, it can be tailored to any animal with hair, and that we can bring these advancements to improve the quality of life and health of your pets back home.
Overall, empowered by our unique technology, we at KaratAI aim to enter this large and rapidly growing industry, employing our high-margin business model to outcompete the competition. With our winning combination of scalability, capacity for data generation, personalized experiences, and service-first mindset, we plan to grow a large and loyal customer base because the results speak for themselves. KaratAI is the catalyst for a haircare revolution backed by science, and we're asking you to join us on our mission to transform cosmetics from makeup to medicine.
Your monetary support through the award of $15,000 will go directly towards fulfilling a research proposal that we already have drafted with a group known as Hyperspectral AI. Through this collaboration, we aim to capture more detailed structural information from hair fiber samples, such as markers of damage or exposure to environmental hazards. We also believe that our platform presents significant social and technological. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Really, really great presentation. Thank you for this. I got a lot of questions. And I would love some clarification around the models. So we have, at the beginning, you're looking to partner with hairstylists and shops, and then towards the end, do the home subscription model, right? Why not flip that? Because that seems like an easier go-to-market strategy by starting with home subscription versus the shops. And I think the shops added on top of that have incentives to sell either private label or off-brand product that might be conflicting with the data that you're seeing or the data that you're giving the stylist. So I'd love to understand, one, the model of, why the shops first, and then two, how you plan on overcoming the barrier of pushing product in shops.
Yeah, I think one, we'll be able to I'll answer your second question first. One, we're planning on overcoming that issue where certain salons will partner with certain distributors to provide specific products just by scale, by being able to understand what's going on with these products and how they're impacting a user's hair health across many salons, so that we can kind of cut away at that noise that might be introduced from salons pushing particular products. And the reason that we're actually doing this in this order is the fact that salons provide an easier and more robust and cleaner resource to access hair samples, where we can train a stylist, for example, to collect that sample, as opposed to just going to a person and trusting them to do it properly necessarily. And it also provides us another opinion where we can, one, have a user submit a sample where they're interpreting their own hair and thinking what their hair is like, what problems they're dealing with alongside our sample. But we're also able to look at the stylist's point of view and see how they interpret their user's hair, because they're the ones that are, like we were mentioning, they're the true experts in the field. So they're not just looking at their own hair, they're looking at hundreds of people's hair. So they're able to make better judgments about what is unique about their current client and provide that information to us, so we can feed that into the database as additional metadata.
I think the next question I have, I think is a larger question around consumer privacy and the data that you're keeping, right? So that's like, I feel like we're kind of in the gray zone of HIPAA, especially when we're dealing with talking about the genetics or DNA composition of hair. So how do you plan on overcoming the consumer privacy or data constraints that you might, have to get into with something like this?
100%. So one thing you may notice on this slide right here at the bottom is the fact that hair fibers do not contain genetic information. If you don't collect the hair from the root, which we're not planning on doing, like we mentioned, we're planning on clipping hair from the end, the only DNA it contains is mitochondrial DNA, which often isn't enough to identify a particular user or diagnose any diseases in a meaningful manner. Yet there's a possibility that it becomes that feasible in the future, and then we'll have to deal with that. But for right now, just by clipping hair, you're not providing any confidential information outside of what kind of damage your hair has gone through based on your normal routines, where you live, how much sun exposure you get, what kind of activities you do, that kind of stuff. And that's what we're trying to get at, to understand, one, what your hair fiber properties are and what kind of damage is it exposed to, so that we can tailor the right products to prevent that damage and improve the longevity and health of your hair.
So great presentation, Mason. It looked like you used to have a full head of curly hair, and
yeah, that's right.
Hopefully this wasn't like an experimentation gone bad or something.
It wasn't.
No.
So you guys, very cool, very thoughtful, but you've got a lot going on. So I think, great ideas from a business standpoint. You need to figure out what exactly you're doing. It sounds like you've got the tech in the lab. I would say there's a question around, could you license that tech out and let the hairstylist do it in-house and let them just control the whole thing? And then you're not going, direct to the customer. You're doing more B2B. Could you do a platform like that? Does that make things easier? If I saw you guys also were talking about doing custom hair products at some point, and then eventually getting into disease detection, so you're running the whole gambit, which is cool, but you got to figure out what you're going to focus on. And I would argue, what's the disease detection opportunity? Because I think that's going to be a much bigger market depending on how viable that is, and what you can detect and what you can do with that. And if that's the case, then the hair care stuff is a distraction, right? So that's my feedback. I think you guys obviously seem very smart and very thoughtful behind all this, so great work. But from a business standpoint, I would focus in a little more on what exactly you want to do and conveying why that is. This is the profit, this is the margin, this is what we're going to do with it, and this is why you should invest in us to take it to that next level. So yeah, but great work.
Thank you so much. I will just quickly comment on that. So the reason we're actually trying to focus on consumer products first is because that technology to bring it to market for disease detection is something that will obviously take quite a bit of time and monetary support. And we're looking to not only get funding from, for example, SBIR grants from the NIH or NSF, but also potentially investors, but also having an alternative revenue stream where we can feed that directly into the support of that research so that we can do that kind of ongoing in the background so that when we're improving the technology of one thing, we're also improving the technology of the other. And the other thing is that we'll be able to gather a lot of hair samples and a lot of data that we can use to complement things in the hair and the diagnostic space. So for example, if you're looking at particular markers, they might be different markers in different concentrations between different populations. And that's something that we need to account for before we just ship something to market. We don't want to produce a diagnostic that's only useful for 10, 20% of the population. We want it to be kind of broad ranging. And so we need to, one, understand what the diversity is in human hair, because that's something that truly is understood. Like people don't understand how different people's hair are. And then also be able to potentially normalize against those conditions. So if we have hair that's, for example, 60 microns in diameter versus hair that's 20 microns in diameter, we might need to normalize the measurements we're getting from our analytical techniques against the physical properties. And that's something that will only be improved through improving the technology through the support of consumer product development. So it's, a very involved process. So we're trying to take it one bite at a time. But thank you.
Got much time left, but I was wondering if you could put the slide up that had your different innovations on it. There's looked like a flow chart of 4 or 5 different parts of your process. There's a follicle generation, and then
this one,
not follicle, fiber. Yeah, exactly. So which parts of this process have you actually invented, and which one? And do you own that technology? I wonder about especially the fiber technology. If that's generated within the university, you guys own that, or do you have an ability to own it?
Yeah, we actually, our technology manager is in the room right now from the Office of Commercialization. We filed a provisional patent to protect this technology. So we're hoping to pursue that in a non-provisional to protect it.
And your company owns it, not the university?
The university owns it, so we'd have to license it. So yeah, that's why we didn't get to it. But one of the reasons we're looking for the Technological and Social Impact Awards is to support our ability to license that from the university. Support that monetary.
And you're still working on the terms of what that license
is. Yeah, we'll have to see. There's a couple of good standards where we can, do an options period where we can work with the technology over, a year while not having to worry about exclusive licensing and that cost. But we'll talk with Karen in a little bit about that.
Great job. I'm with Ryan on the healthcare side of this, that the sooner you can get there, the better off you're going to be. What I wonder on the go-to-market, though, is why aren't you, the whole reason for so I understand the problem. Like, I live this problem big time. So, so it's all about buying product. So I'm not quite sure in your business model how you get to the actual selling of the product. Like, you're not going to recommend, it doesn't sound like you're going to say my hair is whatever, and then I'm still going to have to go find the product. Mm-hmm. Why aren't you OEMing this? Why aren't you trying to sell this as an OEM solution through one of ad nauseum? Because their whole thing is to sell product, right? You are facilitating the selling of product. And so why not an OEM model, I guess, is my first question on it. And then secondly, I don't agree with Alex. I think that the salon first makes sense just from the standpoint of one to a few versus one to the many. So I'm there with you on that. But the only reason they're doing it is to sell product. So, like, my hairdresser tells me what product. So I'm missing the tie between the analysis and the sale. So that's
one of the things we are looking into is collaborating or potentially even licensing our technology with one of those big hair care product manufacturers. So, for example, we're in talks with L'Oreal about this technology. But one of the things that we're kind of looking at as an incentive for pursuing this business as like a third-party entity is the fact that we can not focus on one particular hair product from one
You
particular.
could OEM this to many. I mean, if they want an exclusive, then just say no. I mean, at the end of the day, you can OEM this to several. Doesn't have to be an exclusive, but it's a facilitator to sell more product.
Yeah. Okay. Yep. Sorry. No worries. We could talk more at the trade show. That'd be wonderful. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you all.